A restaurant legend has started in Frisco, Colorado. Pure Kitchen. This upscale health food restaurant idea was created by restaurateur Terry Barbu, which features organic vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free menu items. In addition to a broad base of dishes with farm-raised, non-antibiotic meat, the idea was to create a healthy menu that appeals to a wide range of dietary needs and preferences. Such dishes include a shredded kale salad, grilled cauliflower hummus appetizer, or cranberry grapefruit quinoa pilaf for the kids are only a few of the choices nestled alongside dishes like organic beef tenderloin, wild-caught yellowfin tuna, and duck confit. The clean ingredients and healthy dishes come from our farms and brought in fresh daily. From the food we serve to the warm atmosphere that surrounds you, we forge authenticity and uniqueness in every dish we have carefully crafted on our menu to reflect our guests' preferences. Living pure begins at our table. Whether you're enjoying your meal or your active outdoor lifestyle, come share your pure experiences with us.
This is Tom Bianca, host of Colorado's Greatest Radio program on 560 KLZ. This program is all about the businesses and lifestyles here in Colorado. And we do these segments where we feature some of the best restaurants in the state. And we love these features because we get to go and interview the chef, Greg Schlegel of Pure Kitchen. He's located in beautiful Frisco, Colorado. And you've got beautiful views and wonderful organic food that you serve at your restaurant. Welcome to the show, Greg.
Thank you, Tom. Yeah, thank you, Tom. It's so great to have you. And yeah, like you said, farm to table, organic as possible. We love it. Beautiful views, like you said. We have one of the best views in all of Summit County. Big patio, but we're going to have some fun today, and we're going to do two of what I believe are truly the most signature dishes that we have. Not only us, but that represent the state, that represent Colorado goods, and how well we can get fresh produce and all the goodness there, and we'll go through it. We've got everything spread out. We're one of the few restaurants in the state that actually does their own fermentation, and we will actually see some of that as we get going here.
Well, I've always wanted to eat healthy.
Absolutely.
And it's important to eat healthy. I don't think you want to go to McDonald's all the time. Now we got a place in Frisco to offer some really great, healthy, organic food.
Well, and that's something that's very special about us, that we all actually live our motto, eat pure, live pure, which is very unique and very special. I haven't eaten at McDonald's in over 8 years. I'm being honest. It's really important. It's a passion for all of us to know where our food comes from, where it's sourced from. We know the farmers. We know where all this is coming from.
Hey, you got a $5 McDonald's burger, and then you got a $15 pure organic plate ready for you. $5.15, and not much difference.
Oh, no, not much difference at all. I wonder why the difference is.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother TV show. But let's get started. You want to start with the Lotus Bowl?
Yeah, so what goes into this particular plate?
So the Lotus Bowl is, we're going to be using forbidden rice, which is an ancient grain, and it's just essentially a black rice noodle. But the forbidden rice, it's super healthy for you. Very good. Then we're going to have toasted cashews. We've got organic carrots. We've got, like I said, we pickle our own. This is watermelon radish. This is what it looks like. We just did those yesterday. And this is this is about halfway through the fermentation process, so you can see it, and this is the final piece of why it's called watermelon radish.
And now I can see you've got pretty much all colors featured on this recipe.
Well, that is also something that we're not only is it good for you, but we've also chosen ingredients that look appealing as well. Because what do you eat with first? When the plate comes out, you eat with your eyes. Yeah. So if the plate looks beautiful, you already are just so far ahead, and it looks beautiful. And we've also got some microgreens. We actually have 4 greenhouses that we grow our own lettuce, microgreens. So we truly are. We don't just say farm to table or farm to plate. We truly, truly are. And it's a passion for all of us. One of our owners, Jason Payne, He's got one of the best green thumbs I've ever seen, and the gardens are absolutely amazing. And we just had our first harvest yesterday, so a lot of the produce that we're using in the restaurant as of today is all grown organically from us.
And you don't have to go too far for it, right?
No, we go about 3 minutes from here, which is pretty fantastic. Not many places in Colorado can say they do that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this is not just a concept, it is a true passion for all of us, because everyone involved believes in what goes in your body is eat pure, live pure.
Yes, and who's the farmer? Who goes out there and picks
That would be Chris Bauer from Uncle John's farm stand. His farm stand is 2 minutes away from here. He spends over 12 hours a day during the season. He drives over 400 miles per day all over Palisade and the Western Slope. And he's got honey, lavender. I mean, you name it, he's got crazy 8-ball squashes. He'll call me at 5 in the morning and say, Greg, this farmer has this. Do you want this today? So we really do have a seasonal, ever-evolving menu that changes with Colorado, and we truly represent Colorado.
And this is a great time for produce, obviously.
This is amazing. We're supposed to, in the next 2 weeks, go spend a whole day with Chris and actually go pick some of the produce and meet some new farmers down there. But from what he said, this is going to be one of the greatest seasons just because there's so much water, and enjoy it while we got it.
Well, let's go ahead and start the plate.
Yeah, absolutely.
How you doing?
So we'll be doing two, like I said. The first one's the Lotus Bowl with the organic forbidden rice noodle. We use avocado oil for its health benefits, and it's just, it's got a higher smoke point, pretty much. Which means, like, if you used an olive oil, it's not, that'll smoke faster and catch on fire and burn and give the food a bad taste. This is healthy. It's got a high smoke point. We use cast iron French pans because they get super hot and they give a just outstanding sear on it.
Yeah, it's unique on what kind of oils you use, and you can switch from vinegar oil to olive oil to avocado oil, and you almost got to be a chemist.
You almost do, because each oil has its own application. We still use olive oil and canola oil for salad dressings because they're perfect for that. They're super thick, they're healthy for you, and they blend, they emulsify, which is the two things that don't like each other going together. Oil and vinegar. Mm-hmm. And they just work really well for that. And then with our fryer oil, we only have one fryer, and we use cottonseed oil in that because, once again, the smoke point on it, and it's healthy for you. It's not that nasty stuff that you get at McDonald's.
Heart disease.
Yeah, exactly. From everything we do back here, we don't use water in anything. We use vegetable stock. Every single dish, every single thing we do has a reason why we do it, and it's for the consumer's benefit, the guest's benefit.
Yeah, Greg, you don't look like the chef. You don't have that big old belly.
Well, I've been getting that for the last 17 years. You can never trust a skinny chef. Well, trust me, I can out-eat you. I've won so many food eating contests. I just, high metabolism, like I said, we truly all do live this lifestyle. Mountain biking, rafting, hiking, fishing. Everybody, when they aren't here, they're skateboarding, doing something outside, and everyone, like, this is the first restaurant in 17 years I've worked at, no one smokes. Which is, that's a huge, just transition, we're in a huge transition.
But
Yeah.
you know, everybody's worried about their calories, and
Yep.
you can burn off a lot of calories. But what's the dish like? What you're preparing? Is there a lot of calories associated with these?
These are not a lot of calories. This is all just pure goodness for you, like our pure blend here. Brussels sprouts, turnips are in there, carrots, kale, all organic. Everything is just meant to rehydrate your body. Go out there, have fun, come back, and this is going to make you feel good.
Now, you've been heating up the pan for a
So
while.
the pan, we like the pan to get really ripping hot.
Okay.
So, and like I said, you can see that smoke point. If we were using olive oil or a lesser oil, that would be on fire right now.
And how much did you add to that? About 1 2 ounces?
That was about 1.5 ounces.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and start with our wonderful pure power blend. A little pop and sizzle for you.
And how many ounces of that?
That's 3 ounces.
3 ounces.
And then we will go ahead, add a little salt. So every time we add an ingredient, we always want to layer our flavors.
Is that sea salt?
That is actually Utah kosher salt from the last hand mine, like the hand chip mine where they break the big chunks off. So that's
added a pinch to that.
Yep, just a little pinch. So like I said, every time we just want to add a little bit.
And what did you just add there?
So we just threw some garlic in there for a little bit of extra flavor. So we're gonna let that cook for just a second. So our pan's super hot, so this is gonna go super fast.
And now it's just a pinch of garlic.
Just a pinch.
And is that ground garlic? Or what kind of garlic is that?
That's just good old-fashioned minced garlic.
Okay.
And then we got our veggie stock. Like
Oh yeah.
it's hot, baby. We don't use water for anything. Veggie stock is our base for everything. Then we've got our forbidden rice noodles, and that's about 8 ounces.
So, being that the pan was frying up, can you go ahead and repeat what you just added?
With the veggie stock.
Yeah. So how much did you just add?
So we just did 8 ounces of veggie stock and 8 ounces of rice noodles.
Okay.
And the whole point of adding the veggie stock is to glaze the pan and get the fond off the bottom, all the goodness. So we've got that going.
So that's been on there for about a minute and a half.
Yep, give or take. Then we've got our super secret chili sauce that goes in there.
Ooh. Now, since it's super secret, I guess you don't want to tell us what's in that chili sauce.
It's not super secret. We start with the base of maypoi, which you can find at your Kroger, City Market, Safeway, King Supers. And we start with that, and then we add a bunch of ginger to it, because that's a great base sauce.
Okay.
And we add a bunch of ginger, orange, and some other seasonings to it, and that's just a great base. We'll just let that cook for a second. The rice noodles, you can also, they just became available at Safeway. And they're super cool. You don't have to cook them. That's the beauty of them. You just soak them in water before you need them, so if you want to make a meal for a week, all you gotta do is just soak them in water, and they sit in the fridge, and they're ready to go. Pull them out of the water, boom. And you've got it super
for 7 days in the fridge.
Yep.
Okay.
Then we've got, so now we'll go ahead and plate.
So with 8 ounces, and a few other ounces, you got a dish there that actually burned off some things associated with the cooking prep.
Absolutely. Well, and that's also, this food is hearty. Most people, when they think we do vegan, gluten-free, vegetarian, meat food, most people think healthy food is disgusting food. We have been able to infuse flavors and make it filling and actually enjoyable.
Right.
Because a lot of connotation with the food, with the healthy style life, you know, people don't enjoy. It's stale, it's disgusting, tastes like cardboard. That's not what we do here. This is flavorful, it's hearty, you're actually gonna be full. It's not something like you feel like, oh, I need to eat healthy.
Right.
You wanna eat this food, and it's good for you.
Oh yeah.
So then we're gonna, well, this is sitting down because that's super hot. One of our biggest things that we love to do here is we get we get our seafood within 72 hours of being caught. It's fresh. We don't have, the only reason we have a freezer here is for our ice cream that we make in-house. That's the only reason we have a freezer. Nothing is frozen. This is fresh. We break this down. We get it 3 times a week. We break it down daily. We get whole loins in, so that's really cool. Normally when you go to a restaurant, your fish is like that neon pink, the neon red. This is fresh.
And how many ounces is that, and what kind of fish?
This is a 4 ounce, and this is yellowfin tuna that was caught out of the Gulf. So we're just gonna use some of that kosher Utah salt again. For our pepper, we use a pepper medley, which is pink, green, red, and black. And it just gives it a different flavor that most people don't have.
And there's no marination, or you don't keep
This is so good. This is sushi grade tuna. There's no reason that you need to add anything to it. If you want to add it to it when it gets to the table, that's fine. But as a chef, The product speaks for itself.
Awesome.
But we're just gonna let that sear real fast. And of course, because meat has two sides, season both sides.
How hot is that?
We got that at 350.
350.
350, we just prefer to use that for the tuna because these get so hot. And that's a more consistent, even cook. And that's why it's great having a full kitchen.
Okay.
So while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and finish this. We've got roasted cashews. Put about an ounce on there. Then we'll go ahead and do some shredded organic carrot right behind that. About an ounce.
Okay.
Our wonderful pickled radish, or fermented radish, I should say. Because what's the difference between pickling and fermenting?
You got me. Tell me.
Well, the difference is pickling, you use vinegar and heat, and you need to seal it, and it needs to be under refrigeration. When you ferment, you're using two ingredients: salt, water. And that's what we do. And that is why when you come into the restaurant, we have all our jars on display. That when you come in, that's the first thing you see. And we actually use all those. They aren't just for display, but they're allowed to stay out of the fridge. And they can last up to 8 to 12 months.
Really, fermented?
Yep. Well, fermenting is one of the oldest ways of keeping a food, preserving a food. Because in the olden days, we didn't have refrigeration.
Now, that's been simmering for about a minute.
That was about a minute. Yep.
And then you let that simmer for another minute and a half or so?
Yep, just about. So we like to do a nice rare on that because, like I said, it is sushi grade. If somebody does want it more well done, we will do that. But most people, that rarely happens because, like I said, this product is so pure and true that you want it the way the chef sends it out.
Now, do they have a choice if they want a 6-ounce yellowfin tuna, can they get that?
We have an entree that's the 6-ounce. Usually for the add-on, it's that smaller, the 3 to 4 ounce. And like I said, these are all hand cut, so they slightly vary. But I mean, this whole meal, if you could sit down and eat a 6-ounce piece of tuna on that, I would be impressed. Challenge is out there. So that's going. We'll go ahead.
So it's still pink in the middle?
Yep, so we want it just a quick sear, because like I said, look at that, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that is.
So, absolutely beautiful. Throw that on there. Then we've got some of our wonderfully locally grown sprouts right on top. And you know what we're going to finish that off with?
I couldn't ask for any more. You gonna add
we're just gonna finish it off with a little bit of hemp seeds or hemp heart because that helps your heart.
Oh, look at that. That has magnificent color. It didn't take that long to prepare. You're talking about maybe a total prep time and cooking time of about no longer than 10 minutes.
No longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah, there
super
you go.
fast, super easy,
Super healthy.
and super healthy, and super filling.
Why don't you show that dish to the camera and let our viewers check it out.
Yeah.
And this is what you're in for when you come out to your kitchen. Totally healthy food, totally organic. Great time to come out. You know, you got your own farms that you can go to.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and you said healthy, so the second dish I'm going to show, this one's real easy. This is super unique and features a wonderful Colorado company for anyone out there who has dietary, like gluten or vegan restrictions. They're on our menu multiple times. It's called Cheatin' Wheat. They're based out of Boulder. It's 2 gals. They do a great job, and their passion for celiac, vegan, their products are amazing. We have their chocolate cake. We use their flour. We use their biscuits. Wonderful company, and this is one of the most unique dishes that we have.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
So it is Cheatin' Wheat chicken and biscuits. So this entire, it's still healthy because it's fried in healthy oil, right?
Yeah.
But this is one of those, a lot of people feel they have to, you know, sacrifice what they eat because they're gluten-free or gluten intolerant. This dish takes you right back to where you want to be.
Okay.
So, chicken and biscuits.
That's a good old southern dish, right?
It's a good old southern dish from a Colorado born and raised boy.
All right.
But we've got our wonderful Cheatin' Wheat biscuit.
It's melted with what?
Oh yeah.
What'd you add to it? That was-
So we just added some bacon to it and some aged sharp cheddar to it. Melt that over it. Then we've got our beautifully, look at, you would never guess that's gluten-free. I mean, look at that. You'd
beautiful.
never guess that's gluten-free.
Now, how long do you fry that for?
We fry that for about 2 minutes.
And what kind of temperature?
325 to 350.
Okay. And that's fast. Well,
Yeah, it's super fast. This is about 2 minutes. Well, by the powers of TV and magic, it's ready.
Looks like it can melt in your mouth.
It actually will melt in your mouth. And like I said, if I did not tell you this was gluten-free, you would never guess that anything on here. That's how great of a job, and that's why we use this product.
Well, that was a simple dish.
Yes, and all our chicken, all our meat is locally sourced. Our chicken is NAE, which is no antibiotics ever.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Yeah, that's important.
Yep. So we're not using trash chicken, your big
Right.
stock farms
Yeah.
where antibiotics and steroids and they're falling on the ground.
Right.
We're using the best product that we can, and this is a great product from Colorado, just outside of Boulder, as well. And we marinate it in tandoori seasoning, a tandoori brine essentially, and we let that sit for 24 hours so it's super tender, super moist, doesn't get overcooked. Then you think we're done. We're just getting started.
Okay.
So we've got some wonderful greens from our local garden. And we've got a buttermilk. It's our version of ranch. We call it a buttermilk dressing, but essentially it's our version of ranch. Anywhere that you would use traditional ranch is not really good for you. It's got MSG, it's got a bunch of nasty stuff, it's mayonnaise. So we're using yogurt. We use Greek yogurt in place of anywhere that you would use mayonnaise. So it's healthy for you, you're getting protein, and it's gonna make you feel good.
Yeah, that's so important, you know, after you come out from a meal to feel good about what you ate, and then you can go out and burn off those calories that you just,
Exactly.
there's energy, protein, all the points.
Everything you need.
It's going into your body. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey.
Then just for fun, we're gonna throw a little more bacon on there. Then we've got our organic heirloom tomatoes, which heirloom is, do you know what heirloom means?
No,
So-
educate me.
Heirloom means it's a variety of tomato that is no longer in regular production. So essentially that means people didn't like it for some reason. And one of the fun facts, do you know why Idaho potatoes look the way they do and why tomatoes are round and perfect the way they are?
No, I don't know.
McDonald's.
Oh, you just
Mickey D's. We were just talking about Mickey D's. Fancy they come up again.
Yeah.
But they wanted everything to look perfect. So that's where they were the number one produce buyer, and they influenced everything on how it should look.
Right.
So it's all consistent for their restaurants. So we've got
I see the reds and the greens in there.
yes. So we've got reds, greens, oranges, and that's the beauty of an heirloom. Sometimes they're purple, sometimes they're green, sometimes they're orange, sometimes they're white. That's why they're heirloom. And it not only, once again, not only is it delicious, but it looks good.
Yeah.
So we'll throw some of that right on top. So essentially you got a little salad as well. So we're still being healthy with our fried food. Then we're just gonna finish that off with some balsamic reduction, which you could buy at a store, or if you got time to do it yourself, all you gotta do is just throw some balsamic on the stove, get out of the house, and come back in like 45 minutes and you'll have balsamic reduction.
Awesome. And we'll just add a little bit of that.
And we'll just add a little bit of that.
Yeah, not even an ounce. It's like
Not even that. Oh, that's just a drizzle because it's so potent and so strong.
how can
So-
you beat that dish?
How can you look at this? Beautiful.
That's absolutely excellent. I can't ask for a better dish, and I appreciate you joining us on Colorado's Road Radio program on 560 KLZ. We were able to meet Greg Schlegel, the chef, and was able to look at some beautiful dishes that you can prepare. And can you tell us a little bit about what other selections you have on your menu?
We've got something for everyone. If you've got dietary stuff, everything as you just saw is made to order. So if there's something that you're allergic to or that you need, or if you're vegan, our menu is extremely easy to read. We've got little dietary guides on there so that if you are vegan or gluten restricted, we can accommodate pretty much anything in here. And like I said, it's all made from scratch. We've got a zoodle bowl, which for anyone who doesn't know what zoodles are, we make noodles. We've got a real fancy press that you just curl. It cuts the zucchini and squash into actual like 5-foot long ribbon noodles. That's a great vegan option. We've got grass-fed organic Colorado beef tenderloin as an entree. We've got a hamburger that's amazing, and we also have great happy hour going on from 2 to 6. Locals lunch and a bunch of awesome salads as well. So literally, we have our own juicer as well, so that if you want to juice just on the go, we will juice everything right in front of you, and you're out the door good to go.
Oh, it sounds awesome. This is great that you joined us. We're going to talk more about what you offer here and your kitchen in Frisco, beautiful Frisco, Colorado. We got to meet the chef, and you definitely want to come up here and enjoy the food, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the views. We've got it all, Greg.
You got to. It's beautiful. It's Summit County. What else could you ask for? Hamburgers? Well, we got that, but we also have a different option for everybody.
Can you tell us on the address and how they can book a reservation?
We actually do not take reservations. It is first come, first serve. Our address is 1600 Base Camp. We are located right across from Whole Foods in the Pinnacle building, right off of I-70 at the Frisco exit. We are literally like 15 seconds from I-70, so if you're passing by, I want a quick bite to go. We do to-go food as well. Just come on in, and everyone's friendly, and we look forward to seeing you guys.
And do you offer private parties? And
we will, if you have a private party, you want to do it, we can accommodate that. We can also, depending on what the situation is, do off-site stuff as well. And yeah, any questions, we're more than willing to work with anyone as best as we can.
And then you're going to go ahead and obviously share the recipe. You wrote a video. We'll
Yep. Yeah, I'll write it all down for you.
Awesome. Thanks again, Greg. We appreciate you joining us here at the Pure Kitchen. Definitely look forward to coming back up here, and I've definitely got my appetite, so I'm looking forward to diving into that.
Well, get it. If you can get through half of that, I'll be impressed.
Awesome.
And you'll feel good.
All right, we'll have a number of new scenes coming up from beautiful Frisco and Breckenridge that will feature the owner of Pure Kitchen at the restaurants. So thanks for joining us on Colorado's Voice Radio program on 560 PLZ. And we'll see you on our next show.